Hi, Titus. So I'm going to turn my speaker off because I imagine I might be a little echoey. So I hope you can hear me okay. Today is October 22nd. I love making these videos for you. I hope they're helpful to you. I'm going to start today the way we would any day. I'm going to start, though, with the song that I think that you might have chosen as your warm-up song today, and that's Old MacDonald. Okay, so in your book on page 20, you can go to Old MacDonald. I know you like the song. Now, if you don't want to warm up to the song, that's okay. You can frankly, you could just watch me do Old MacDonald and then stop the video and warm up song. But if you like, you may watch me play Old MacDonald and play with me at the same time. So you can play along with me. I'm going to do my best to be slow. Sometimes I speed up and I make a mistake and I speed up accidentally. But I'm going to try to slow myself down by giving myself a pace on the inside, Titus. That's what musicians do. They give themselves almost like a clock inside to hear before they start playing. And then that way you won't speed up. So this is Old MacDonald, okay? If you'd like to play along with me, I have 3 fingers, 2, 3, 4, on a 3 black key group. This is around middle C area. So this is around where your piano is and stuff, right? And then your 2 black key group is going to be played by your fingers 2 and 3 in the left hand, okay? So my feet kind of down. I was crossing them, but my feet nice and straight on the floor. I'm going to start with the right hand, right, Titus, because it has RH. So I'm going to start with right hand, but look, left hand comes soon. So you really have to pay attention. Keep your eyeballs on the page, otherwise you'll miss that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Left. Right. Get ready, left. Right hand. Then, for fun, we've never done this, but if you'd like to, Titus, for fun, on page 21, at the top, the words are sound effects. So they'd like you to place your left hand 2 on the bottom key of the lowest black key group. That's all the way down here. This is a 3 black key group down here, Titus, okay? So I'm going to look at the 3 black key group and then go, okay, let me play that. Let me play to the note all the way to the left. And on the page, they tell you which note to play to. So no worries, all right? And they'd like you to play the quack, quack here part. So quack, quack here, quack, quack there. Here a quack, quack, there a quack, quack. So that is the sound effect that goes with Old MacDonald, because Old MacDonald usually goes, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had it out, E-I-E-I-O, with a quack, quack here, and a quack, quack there. There's always like an ending part. So if you'd like to play that, remember to play, all you have to do is find the lowest 3 black key group and play the leftmost key, black key. So that's the fun part. So that's page 21. That's just kind of a bonus, so you don't have to. Now, what I was going to do today, this is something we started last time. I'm very proud of you. You got a lot of work done on it. we talked on page 32 about something special called a dotted half note. In a dotted half note, it looks just like a half note, only it has a freckle. Okay, I've got a lot of freckles. I've got one here. A lot of freckles. Okay, so imagine that the freckle, well, don't imagine, the freckle adds one beat to each half note. So if I see a half note, but it has a little dot beside it, little freckle beside it, I know that it's not just a plain old half note. It's a dotted half note because it has the dot. It's just what it says it is, okay? So that dot makes it a dotted half note. So it can't just be a half note. The dot makes it something special. And that something special is that we hold it for 3 beats, not just 2. A half note is 2, dotted half note is 3. So this is a dotted half note. See? So on page 32, sailing, page 32, we started this last week, okay? But I want to review it. It was brand new last week. You did a great job. We have a lot of these dotted half notes. So get ready. You did a great job last time. Get ready to play it. Hold your key down for 3 beats. Now, the question is, well, how long is 3 beats? Some people say 3 seconds. That's a good general rule. But I think a better answer is to ask yourself, how fast do I want to play this song? How fast do I want my regular notes to be, my quarter notes? So I know many music teachers might say, just count them as seconds. But that's kind of fast sometimes. So I don't really want you thinking that way. I want you thinking like, okay, how fast do I want my beats to be? Do I want them to be da 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 da? That seems fast. Do I want them to be da 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 da? That's a little bit better. But do I really want to play that come to the? Do I really want to play that part, those quarter notes that fast? So I ask myself, how fast do I want to play the fastest part of the song? And then I say, okay, well then that's my beat. So what I mean is this. So I'm going to show you what I mean. I would like to play sailing. I'm thinking ahead. I would like to play sailing like this. Come, come, come to the sea. So if I want to play the come to the, then that means sea, come, come, sailing with me. That's how I do that, okay? So the answer is 3 beats of however fast you want, okay? So let me play sailing my speed. I'm going to play it kind of slowly, okay? And if you'd like to play along, I would love that. If you would like to just watch me do it first and then pause the video and try it yourself, of course, that's fine too. Or you can try playing along with me and mirror me, right? It's kind of like Simon Says, okay? Or you could just watch me first, okay? So this is sailing. I'm going to count out loud to myself. I'm going to give myself a count of 3 so that I can, helping myself play slowly instead of starting way too fast or something, okay? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. has a repeat sign. One is on C. Cool, huh? So if you at any point feel like, I don't know where to put my hands or whatever, this picture has where you're supposed to put your hands. This is really big kid stuff, Titus. This is called C position. It's really kind of a big deal. It's a big milestone in a pianist's life when they can go from doing like flat keys and like close together hands and stuff to a C position like this. And you could do really great at it. So let's do sailing one more time. Okay, this time maybe you'll do it with me. Do a part. If you'd like me to play with you next time in person, I can play that cool duet part with you, okay? But this is sailing one more time. I'm going to count to 3 out loud to give myself a certain tempo. 1, 2, 3. C, C, D, G. Left hand. G, G, F, B, D, C. Repeat. Now I'm going to do the finger numbers. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand 1. Remember, it goes right here. So now my anchor is C. 1 is my thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, brand new song. I'm really excited to show this one to you. What can I share? Really sweet song. Very, very nice. Same hand position as page 32 and sailing, but this is a brand new song. So my hands look like this. There are 2 white keys between my hands that don't have anybody on them. Okay? So again, if you need a visual to help you, page 2 has a picture of where to put your hands. This is what can I share, okay? I'm going to play it a little bit fast first, like performance tempo, like our goal, kind of how we want to be, how fast we want to be. And then I'm going to go back and play it slowly, okay? So this is what can I share. I see already that there's a repeat sign at the end. That means we're going to go back and play the whole thing again. And I see that there are dotted half notes. How many beats are in a dotted half note? Not just 2. That freckle makes it not just 2, but 3. So I'm going to hold those dotted notes for 3 beats. I already know ahead of time. So I'm kind of looking ahead and seeing what I have to do first, because that helps me when I read a little bit. Okay, because that way I'm not surprised in the middle of reading, you know. I'm going to count out loud to myself one more time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I messed up. I'm sorry. Now, the most important part about messing up, I'm glad you saw me mess up. The most important lesson we learned in performance is moving on from it. Okay, so I shouldn't have even really apologized and said I messed up. I shouldn't have even said that. I should have just moved on. I've seen way too many musicians just stop or go back and try to correct it or start all over again or say I'm sorry or say excuse me or whatever, you know. But I'm preparing you to be a performer one day. When you perform, you can't just talk out loud. You can't just be talking to the audience and having a conversation, saying I'm sorry and this and that. You make your mistake, you let it go. Like dropping something on the floor, we clean it up later. But if you drop something on the floor while you're, I don't know, doing something really important, or let's say you're in a competition, an athletic competition, and you're using something in that the American Gladiator thing. If you've ever seen that show, like the gladiators, and they use tools and stuff. If you were to drop the tool, you don't say, "Oh my goodness, let me start it all over again. Let me start the whole thing all over again." You say, "Oh, I dropped it. Okay, I got to move on. I got to pick it up and move on. I have to move on." So that's what I should have done right there. I should have said nothing. But I did want to point out, I guess, that I made a mistake, so I wanted you to notice it. Because I did mess up. But it was just kind of a figure thing. All right, now I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to play this slowly now, okay? So this one is slow. So what can I share? Page 33, C position, but slowly, okay? So left hand first, plays 3 first. And then, look, it's going up, Titus. It's going up into the air. That means we go this way on the piano. We go right on the piano. We go higher in pitch. 1, 2, left. Repeat. So, if this song is just too weird, okay, because we haven't done it in lesson before. If it's just too weird, I want to give to you the numbers for this song. Okay, the finger numbers. If mommy or daddy wants to write them in, if it would help. Okay, if it doesn't help, then writing the finger numbers in is, I don't know, more trouble than it's worth, or it doesn't help at all. Then erase them. I mean, no big deal. But I want to give to you the finger numbers to write in if that helps. They're trying to take those finger numbers away, little by little, but I mean, I don't mind writing them in. So this is a 3. You can see this one's a 3. So if you're writing them in, this is a 3, a 2. This is left hand. 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1. So that is a beautiful new song. If it helps to just do one line at a time, take a break in between, that's fine too. Thinking of it like 2 different songs almost, So now, what I want to do now is go back. You've done such a good job. We've progressed so much that now I want to go back. So we have one new song. Now I want to go back and play for you an old song that you're doing really, really well. But we're going to sort of master a song. Okay, so I want one of these songs, and if you don't, for some reason, like the song that I choose as the one we master, you come back next week and you're like, you're really not. I don't want to spend that much time doing that. That's okay. Then we'll pick another one. That's fine. But my choice is the Zoo on page 29. Now, what do I mean when I say master? I mean you're going to play it up to tempo, and I'd like ultimately to have it memorized eventually. Okay, so there's no deadline, there's no time, there's no like you got to do it in 3 weeks. I want it to be. I mean, I think it might be good to say maybe, I don't know, maybe at the end of January right? So that gives you a few months, 3 months to spend on this. So what I mean is this. What I'd like you to be able to do is without the book, to be able to play the zoo, Titus, like this. And this is 3 months from now. This is a long, long time from now, okay? The zoo on page 29, I'd like you to do like this. I'd like to, or any song. It doesn't have to be the zoo. But let's say the zoo. Take one song, memorize it, and play it up to tempo, okay? So that means looking, having the zoo, no book open, and saying, all right, I'm going to play this song. Does that make sense? And then just totally memorize and play one cool song. So like I said, if you want it to be the Clever Pup, you want to be my Pet Dinosaur, even something on the Black Keys. I don't know if you like the Black Keys as much. I mean, it's up to you. Or Jolly Old St. Nicholas. I mean, that would be a great one to practice because Christmas is coming. It's up to you. Now, who knows? You might be able to do the zoo from memory and performance tempo way before January. That would be great. But I just don't want you to feel like you're rushed, okay? Like you're pressured, But I want there to be one project. We go back, we take one song at least and say, okay, let's have fun. Let's challenge ourselves and do really fun. Like, let's tackle this one and do it. Like I said, just spend more time. You're so great with it. You're able to chance. You're keeping your eyes on the page, Titus. I'm really, really proud of you. So, that's my deal. So like I said, if you'd like to do the zoo and practice the zoo extra, if that's, the one you want your project to be, because that's your favorite song, great. If it's not your favorite song, you're like, it really, then pick an old song, okay? So not sailing, please. Anything before sailing, okay? So that means playing in a new position, the zoo, My Clever Pup, My Pet Dinosaur, anything before that, early in the book, pick one song to be our big project, right? Our memory project, our performance tempo project, and just have fun with it. Take your time with it. Don't practice it 12 times a day or anything. Just practice it, the song once a day, and eventually you will totally have it. It'll be so great. But also, I'd like you to practice sailing for sure. Have fun with it. And then try, what can I share? If it's frustrating, don't practice it every day. If you get it and it makes sense to you, Titus, what can I share on page 33? Please practice it once a day. Okay? But sailing, for sure. You did very, very well at that, so I'm very proud of you. It's terrific. So I will see you next week, buddy. Have fun playing the piano. Take time to make up your own songs, too. Don't forget that that's an important part of your piano lessons, too, is take time at home, not in our lessons, but, at home to make up stuff, experiment with sounds. We don't bang on the piano, but, one note at a time. Just making up songs and stuff. It's really important. It's really fun. And it's a good way to kind of become a good listener and really stretch your brain a lot, okay? So I will see you next week, Titus. Have fun.